Hey, it's Nick here with Nick Answers Reddit for the week of August, for Pete's sake, September 20th, 2024. So this question today is about city trees planted within property boundary. So this is a Redditor from Alberta, I believe, who recently bought a house, and the RPR, that's the Real Property Report, it's a term that they use in that province, received upon closing shows our property line extends past our backyard fence by another 3 meters. So we have a corner lot, subdivision sign is behind our fence, and the property line ends at the sign. We had plans to extend our fence next spring to take advantage of the extra 3 meters, but had no access. So no idea why the builders didn't originally do that. Now, there's your first clue. The builders probably did know something that was going on. So today, the city has planted 4 trees behind the sign. Great. My partner is, well, not great actually. My partner is excited about the free trees. I mean, fair enough, trees are expensive. I, on the other hand, am irritated that they're planting trees on non-city owned property / land we're paying mortgage and taxes on. Do I have any recourse here, or will I be expected to eat the loss as the previous owners completely ignored this part of the property until the city took over maintaining it? Well, there have been other comments in this thread, but I'm just going to reiterate the main ones and expand on those a little bit. So there was a great point here in the chat that said to consider the city's easements. So judging by the terms that you're using, RPR, I mean, it sounds like you're in Alberta here. But here in Ottawa, the city has easements over most parcels of land that give them right to access water and sewer lines, for example, get to the hydro lines, place utility boxes, and plant trees. That may very well be the case in your situation as well. If you've ever been told that you can't develop certain parts of your land, like you're not allowed to plant bushes in certain areas, maybe because of an easement, something just like this. So if you want to extend that fence, or if you're curious about whether you can, this is how I'd recommend tackling this. Number one, so review your survey or RPR. So it sounds like it's up to date. I mean, you've got it pretty recently, but verify the details with the surveyor if you're uncertain. So actually give them a phone call, the person who did the survey, and chat with them about what everything means. They're going to have more experience than you are in this situation. Number two is contact your city. Reach out to your city's planning or forestry department to inform them of the situation. Now, they may not realize that the land belongs to you. It's possible. The guys who get sent out there in the truck to go plant the trees are not necessarily surveyors. It may just be a couple of guys who got told, go plant your trees here, and they're using information that they have that may be inaccurate for reference. Politely explain the issue. That's key here if you want to get anywhere with City Hall, and ask them to relocate the trees if applicable. Number three, speak with a lawyer. So this would be a good time to chat with the lawyer that you use to purchase the property, especially because you plan to extend your fence. So fence, I mean, you can run into issues if you extend your fence where you're not allowed to. So talk to the lawyer now. Your lawyer is going to be the expert on easements, so that's going to help you a lot. Number four, consider the cost benefit. So even though this may be frustrating, I mean, is it worth it to go to war with the city, or to go, that back and forth where you're going to be incurring fees and things like that? How much is that extra piece of land worth to you? I am hesitant to ever recommend that somebody go, fight City Hall on principle, right? Because I mean, you have to live your life. There's cost to living that. You can't go choose to die on every hill if it's going to cost you time, effort, and energy. And then finally, document everything. If you are going this route, to try and get your fence extended, try and get the trees moved. So be sure to document communication with the city and take photos of the trees and their relative location to the property lines. That way you can go back, especially if they've said that, yes, you're allowed to move the fence. You want to have that all in writing so that it doesn't become an issue later or for a next buyer when you're trying to sell the home, which would be kind of a worst case scenario there. So good luck with the situation. I hope you reach a satisfactory result. Take care, and we'll be back next week with more Nick Answers Reddit. If you have a question, I'm always happy to answer for you, and you can reach me here or at any of my socials. Bye for now.